I noticed him in the cereal aisle. A man, standing completely still, facing the shelves, not looking at anything, not reaching for anything, just standing there. I didn't think much of it. People zone out in grocery stores. I do it myself. I grabbed what I needed and moved on. But then I saw him again, frozen, in the exact same position, in a completely different aisle. It was a Tuesday night, almost 3 a.m. I know. Who goes to Walmart at 3 a.m.? Me. That night, I'd been driving back from my sister's place, 4 hours away. Long drive. I was exhausted, running on bad coffee and willpower. I needed food, water, something to keep me going. The 24-hour Walmart off the highway was the only option. The parking lot was almost empty when I pulled in. 3 cars, maybe 4. The lights in the lot were that particular shade of yellow that makes everything look slightly wrong at night. Inside, the store was that specific kind of quiet you only get between 2 and 4 a.m. A few fluorescent lights humming overhead. One employee mopping somewhere far away. The distant sound of a stock cart being pushed down an aisle. I grabbed a basket, started at the back of the store. That's when I saw him. He was in the cereal aisle, standing sideways to me, facing the shelves. Average height, dark jacket, dark jeans. I couldn't see his face from that angle. Nothing about him was immediately alarming. People stand in grocery store aisles. People stare at shelves for too long. It happens. I grabbed my items and turned the corner into the next aisle. Water. Snacks. I was moving quickly. I wanted to be back on the road. I was reaching for a bottle on the top shelf when I felt it. That specific feeling. The one at the back of your neck. The feeling of being watched. I turned around. He was at the end of the aisle. Same position. Facing the shelves. Completely still. Dark jacket. Dark jeans. I told myself I was tired. Sleep deprivation does things to you. Makes you see patterns that aren't there. Makes you paranoid. I turned back to the shelf. When I looked again 30 seconds later, he was closer. Not at the end of the aisle, halfway down it, facing the shelves, still not moving. I moved to the next aisle, faster this time. Personal care, shampoo, soap. I turned into it, walked halfway down, and stopped. Counted to 10. Then I looked back at the entrance of the aisle. He walked past, slowly, not looking in, not checking his phone, not carrying a basket, just walking. I stayed still until he passed completely. Then I went the other direction, back toward the front of the store. I was done shopping. I had maybe half of what I needed. I didn't care anymore. I turned the corner toward the registers and stopped. He was standing at the end of the registers, facing the self-checkout machines, not using them, just standing there, his back to me. There were 2 registers open, both on the opposite end from him. I walked to the furthest one, kept him in my peripheral vision the entire time. He didn't move. I scanned my items as fast as I could. My hands were shaking. I kept telling myself it was tiredness, just tiredness. I finished, grabbed my bags, started toward the exit. And that's when he turned around. For the first time, I saw his face. It was wrong. Not disfigured, not scarred, not anything I can easily explain, just wrong. The expression didn't match the situation. He was smiling. Not a normal smile, not a greeting smile, something fixed, something that had been there for too long. And his eyes, they weren't looking at me. They were looking past me, at the entrance behind me, as if he was watching someone come in. I turned around. The entrance was empty. The automatic doors were closed. No one there. When I turned back, he was gone. I scanned every aisle I could see from where I was standing. Nothing. I walked to the exit as fast as I could without running. The automatic doors slid open. The parking lot was cold, quiet. My car was where I left it, third row near the cart return. I was halfway to it when I heard footsteps behind me. I did not turn around. I walked faster. The footsteps matched my pace. I reached my car, unlocked it with the key fob, got in, locked the doors immediately. I sat there for a moment, hands on the wheel, heart going. Then I looked in the rear-view mirror. The parking lot was empty. No one there, just the yellow lights, the empty carts, the quiet. I pulled out and got back on the highway. I didn't think about it much for the first few days. Tired brain, overactive imagination. That's what I told myself. Then I mentioned it to a co-worker, a guy named Brett, who grew up near that area. He went quiet when I described the store. "Which Walmart?" he asked. I told him the exit number. He nodded slowly, said that store had a reputation. Not ghost stories, not urban legends. Something more specific. 3 years earlier, a man had been arrested in that exact Walmart for following women through the store, systematically, for weeks. He had never approached anyone, never spoken to anyone, never done anything that could be reported to security. He would just follow, aisle to aisle, patient, silent. The police only caught him because one woman had the presence of mind to film him on her phone without him noticing. Brett showed me the local news article on his phone. The man in the photo had dark hair, a dark jacket. I stared at that photo for a long time. Brett asked me if I was okay. I told him I was fine. But here's the thing I haven't told anyone until now. The article said he was arrested 3 years ago, convicted, sentenced. He should still be in prison. I looked up the case that night. He was released 14 months ago. Good behavior. I don't know if the man in that Walmart was him. I have no proof. I have no evidence. But I will never go back to that store. And I will never again tell myself that the feeling on the back of your neck is just tiredness. Trust the feeling. That's the only thing I can tell you. When something feels wrong, when the hairs on your neck stand up and your body tells you to move, listen. You don't need proof. You don't need to be certain. You just need to leave. If you've ever had an experience like this, something that felt wrong in a public place, tell me in the comments. Subscribe to Horror Nights, because the most terrifying stories aren't always about the dark. Sometimes They happen under fluorescent lights at 3 a.m. in a place you've been 100 times before. Good night.